Hi, my name is Dr. Taheri. I am not a medical doctor and I cannot provide medical advice. Following the previous video I have on how to make hand sanitizer at home using alcohol, I got lots of positive comments. Thank you very much. There were a few comments suggesting that there is no alcohol, and I couldn't believe. I went to every store, and that's true. Unfortunately, alcohol becomes as scarce as hand sanitizer. In this video, I would give you another recipe that does not involve alcohol. It is effective as possible. Again, we don't know much about the coronavirus, but this technique, it's been used for decades to battle, disinfect other germs and viruses, including flu viruses. So in this recipe, I use simple bleach. It's about 3 liter or 3.4 liter. Bleach, generally speaking, they contain between 3.8 to 8% of sodium hydrochloride. It varies. That's why I went to find the best possible ratio, which is effective regardless of the amount or the percentage of sodium hydrochloride. In this recipe, I use 1 to 50 ratio bleach to water. So if I want to make, for example, half a liter of my water, I add simply 10 milliliter of the bleach. So 10 milliliter of bleach, 500 milliliter of water, and there are a couple of other ingredients involved. So the problem with the bleach is you put the bleach in the water, you just wash your hands. It may dry very fast, and it's very hard to cover everywhere because it's so liquid. In order to overcome that, I suggest to use gelatin. So this is used in a bakery, in cooking and baking. I bought this as 7 grams. 7 grams of gelatin, and each goes with, ironically, half a liter of water. So I boil water here. I'm going to add about 60, 70 milliliter of water. I put the content of the gelatin pouch, and I add the water. I mix it very well. It takes a while, and right away it's a kind of become granular. You mix it just to start with, and then I add more water. Boiled water. And it seems to be completely dissolved. Pretty much the same way that you make Jello. So it's about 200 now. So now in order to increase the volume to 500, I add cold water. So it goes up to maybe a little more water I need. I get it from here. Okay, up to 500. There we go. And then I add my bleach. Mix it. It will have some kind of smell. That's why I use, again, my favorite essential oil, lemongrass. I try many of them, and this seems to be most effective. So I would be generously add maybe about 50. And I mix it again. It actually turns to a yellowish, light color, transparent liquid. So 2 things you have to remember about this recipe. Number 1, light, either sunlight or normal light, would render the sodium hydrochloride. Therefore, it loses its effectiveness as time goes. As a result, you must actually store it in dark container, as I'm doing now. So don't completely, yeah, okay, that's good. And you make as many as this you want. So this is a little bit of kind of like a warm now because you add hot water and cold water. You can put this one in a fridge. So for about maybe 45 minutes, an hour or two, and or depends on, you know, maybe a couple of hours. So it will turn to some kind of jello-ish. And you mix it a little bit, and it ends up to be something that I have here now I made. It become a kind of semi-liquid. That's number one. So don't use transparent container. Number two, how to use it is a little tricky because at the beginning I was kind of, wow, that doesn't work, but it does. So put a little bit, and it's a little bit of feel kind of like a oily. So now it gives you enough time to cover it. It turns to a little bit of sticky kind of, your hand becomes sticky. Oh, I don't like it, but don't worry. Keep rubbing your hand. That's okay. You feel it sticky, feel lots of friction. Keep doing it. And in almost about 10, 15 seconds, you feel that the stickiness is going away. And now I feel pretty normal. Actually, it's good because you need a window of about 20 seconds to clean your hand. And the fact that it looks sticky and you are just barely can, you know, kind of rub your hand together, it creates that window that helps you to clean your hand. So this is a very effective method. Again, I'm not a medical doctor, but I did some kind of research. I talked to a couple of other colleagues that they are infectious disease doctors and clinicians, and they all say that using the sodium hydrochloride is well proven for most of the viruses, including a majority of flu viruses, and hope that works. So thank you again, and I'm looking forward to hearing from you on your comment sections.